The Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, in conjunction with Wiffles Hybrids and the Iowa State Fair, is proud to recognize Iowa's county fair leaders with the 2026 Heart of the County Fair Award. Today, we are recognizing Candice Farr, our winner from the Northwest District. Mark Magnuson for the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and I'm joined now by Dave Grossenheider. He is the person who nominated Candice for the award, for the Heart of the County Fair Award for the Northwest District. And Dave, as I understand, you are an account executive at KLEM. You're the former station manager. So first of all, Dave, could you tell us, please, why was Candice the first person that came to mind when you wanted to nominate someone?
When I heard about nominations for the Heart of the County Fair, I couldn't think of anybody who has a bigger heart and when it comes to the Plymouth County Fair than Candice. You know, she coined the phrase, the best 5 days of summer for the Plymouth County Fair, but she not only lives it for those 5 days, she lives it all year long.
And that's really the part of the driving message that we like to get behind the Heart of the County Fair Award is that, yes, you go to a county fair, you can obviously see all of the work that goes into it, but there's so much happening behind the scenes all year round. And as we talked to Candice, it really came into focus that she's involved in just about everything.
You know, she does everything. You know, she does the marketing for the fair. She MCs so many events during the fair. But I think the thing that kind of comes to mind on this, our whole Plymouth County Fair Board is a working board. You know, it takes hundreds and hundreds of volunteers to make this fair happen. But they not only sit around the table once a month, they actually are here doing the physical work throughout the year before the fair, getting it ready, and it is definitely a working board. And I will say this about Candice, she pitches in for everything, and so does her family. Her whole family is involved with this.
And I'm joined by John Allers here at the Plymouth County Fair. John, you are the Fair Board Chairman here at the Plymouth County Fair. Could you tell us a little bit about all the roles, all of the jobs that you have to do to get ready for a Plymouth County Fair?
Well, we have actually 27 Fair Board members. Everyone has a different area they're superintendent of. So my job is just to kind of make sure everything is getting done, but it's pretty easy because most everyone does their role without having to be micromanaged. We have a really great group of people.
And John, as we know, and one of the big reasons for this award is that, yes, we see everything that's happening here at the Plymouth County Fair today on day number one of the fair, but it is a year-round process to get ready for the fair. And I know that Candice does a lot of things for the Plymouth County Fair. Could you tell us all those things behind the scenes that people might not see that she works on?
Candice is in charge of all of our advertising. She does all of our open class, like flower, horticultural. She's in charge of that. Sponsorship for banners, ribbons. She takes care of ordering all the trophies and banners we need for the 4-H and livestock shows, which you didn't realize this, but you can get 10 colors deep in rabbit and horses. So to know what kind of ribbons to order, it's amazing, complicated. Whenever we have work nights out here, there's nothing she won't help us do, from paint to trim trees. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty. She will do any and all of it.
Joined today by Candice Nash Farr at the Plymouth County Fair in Lamar's.
Welcome to our fair.
Yeah, thanks Candice. And Candice is our award winner for the Heart of the County Fair Award, the Northwest Iowa District. As we know, we give out 6 awards all throughout the state, 1 to each district. And we'd like to thank Wiffles Hybrids for helping to make this possible. So Candice, you are our winner for the Northwest District.
I know, I was so surprised. Somebody called me and said, hey, you won. I said, I won what? And then they explained it. I didn't even know I was nominated at that point. I think I was asked, and then, you know, it's a longer process. And so thank you very much.
And Candice, we've been talking with a lot of people about a lot of the work that you do here at the fair. And one of the big reasons that we, brought this award up is because, yes, everybody sees a county fair when it's happening.
Yes.
But it is a year-round process to get ready for the fair. So could you tell us what you do? I know you're on the fair board. What do you work on all year round?
On this fair board and every other fair board, we're working boards. We don't just sign pieces of paper and, shove it across the desk. We're working boards. We're in Pioneer Village here. We have acres of parking. We have to get all the fences up. We have to figure out who are going to be our vendors, our outside vendors, our inside vendors. We have to figure out tons of things, our food people, everything like that. And then all of the entertainment, whether it's the grandstand or whether it's on the stage with our music acts. We have a hypnotist. We have tons of things going on, and of course our 4-H and FFA program. So a fair board basically provides all of the stuff, the place, the grounds, the insurance, things like that for your 4-H and FFA kids to be able to come and show, and then the Iowa State Extension puts on those programs. So that's a little snippet.
So Candice, is this something you've always been passionate about, the Plymouth County Fair?
Plymouth County Fair. I grew up in Emmett County. My folks were, we showed hogs, and my dad helped check in the hogs. My mom was a 4-H leader. She helped in the building the static, I call it the static exhibits. I think they're still called that. That's everything without a heartbeat, not the livestock, every project that the kids make. She helped in that. I think I painted every building at the Emmett County Fairgrounds a couple of different times. And so then when I moved here, I went to college here and then came here to this fair. And then my kids, I started having kids, and then, it's just a progression. And then you meet people and they say, hey, would you help us with this? And you go to a meeting and somehow you get elected to a fair board. I don't know. So yes.
So Candice, do you ever have to turn down when someone asks you to help with something since you're running around all the time? I mean, at some point you have to draw the line a little bit.
Well, sometimes you have to look and you have to say, okay, what time is that? Can you help us in the pits at this time on Wednesday night? Tonight we've got the motorcycles, and no, I can't, because I have to do the Little Britches bucket calf and bottle calf show, and then there's the king and queen crowning. So it's more like, not that I don't want to do it, it's just I can't be two places at once, and neither can any of us. So I don't do more than anybody else on this fair board. I am just louder about it. I can talk forever about a county fair, so I'm going to have to breathe here at some point, aren't I?
You know what though, Candice, that just goes to show with all of our winners of this award, the one thing that I find throughout is that they're very passionate about their fair.
Yes.
And that is very clear with you as well.
Yes.
So how does it feel to be nominated for this award? Yes, is one thing, but then to actually win it, is that pretty special to you?
It's special because I get to talk about Plymouth County and the fair. That's what makes it, that's what you guys do, is you give us a platform. You give us an opportunity to say, come and see what our kids do. Come and see what the FFA kids, the 4-H kids, the open class families, come and see what we're doing in our county. Take some of it back to your county, bring some of your stuff to my, it's all about, in Iowa, we have 99 counties and 101 county fairs. You do the math on that. It's a big deal. It's a big economic boon. You have heads in the beds, which all the visitors bureaus want. The campgrounds, the hotels, the motels are all being booked up. We're selling gas, we're selling food, we're raising money for nonprofits, and we have life learners here. And I could talk forever about the 4-H and FFA program, and people say, well, yeah, but sometimes those kids, they graduate out of 4-H and FFA and they graduate and then they leave and they go somewhere else. I hope they do. I hope they take some of my Plymouth County pride to another county, to Washington. Let's take that to Washington, and that's what we're doing here. That's really what we're doing here.
Candice, is there anything else you'd like to let our viewers in the state of Iowa, across the nation, know about when it comes to either the Plymouth County Fair, the work that you do, or just any excitement about getting this award? And I know that you're very deserving of it.
Well, thank you very much. What I would like to say is, if you say, I don't know what's wrong with that generation, and you're talking about teenage kids or whatever, I don't know who you're hanging around. Because the kids I hang around, I think it looks bright. So maybe volunteer at your county fair. Find some place to help. Find some place to volunteer. I don't care what your passion is. Maybe you'll want to work for the Rotary and make root beer floats. And you will meet so many people, and you will meet so many 4-Hers and FFA kids that are fabulous, fabulous kids. And you're going to go home and go, I think maybe this world is going to go on for another 50, 60 years, even if I'm not leading it, because these kids are grand. That's what I would like to say. Don't just complain about something you don't like. If you got a complaint, tell me how I can fix it at a fair or anything else. Say, hey, I saw this and I think if you maybe tried this, have you tried it? And I'll tell you, no, we've never tried. Or I'd say, yeah, we did try it. Here were the downfalls. And I will take your name and number and call you, and you can volunteer and help me solve that problem. That's what I would like. That's what I would love to see.
She is Candice Nash-Farr, our guest here today, and the winner of the Heart of the County Fair Award for the Northwest Iowa District. And once again, thank you to our friends at Wiffles Hybrids for helping to make this award possible. Candice, thanks so much for the time here today.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out to our fair.
Really appreciate it, and have a great rest of the Plymouth County Fair this summer.
Thank you.